If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Terrapins will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Penn State's offense will start this game off with the football. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time. Because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up.
Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run play action. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Carr. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Off the play fake. Caught Near the sticks, it's ready.
Oh!
He ruins the big
No!
football. Defense picks it up.
That looks like a really easy thing to do.
I'll never do anything.
Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Oh, he's got some space. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Washington. Makes the grab. How much does it help your blocking scheme?
Okay. Forgot what I did here.
A guy who finds the crease, he gets to the 39.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Tight end now in motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick handoff.
Stick that motherfucker.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Washington. He'll pull it down. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Special teams proving to be special.
Fuck that turf.
That is a play that will get your sideline into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job, and now special teams coming through in a big way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give is to Williams. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The short hands, it's Johnson. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Reynolds. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Flushed out of the pocket. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the first half. Still trying to get more points on the board before the break. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up their touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. It's Washington. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Terrapins will punt this one away. On his way back to the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a two-possession game on this drive.
Hold on.
Going with the ground game left. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Carr. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Got a man. It's Denmark. Puts him in the spin cycle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
They go to the ground. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's James. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming.
Gotcha, bitch!
Short the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with a point.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll run it. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And the Terrapins in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to get.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with a single back. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Looking for a man. It's Washington. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with the tail between your legs. I like the fight.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think
scary as shit.
To improve, you know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here for